Hello friends, I'm here today in Adamsville, Tennessee. I just left the Buford Pusser Home and Museum, and if you ever get a chance to visit that museum, I highly recommend it. That is one of the most awesome museums I've been in. So many artifacts and exhibits. Man, it was awesome. That's all I know to say. After I left the museum, I came over here to his grave. This is where Sheriff Buford Pusser, here on the left, and his wife Pauline is buried. And then just over here on the next plot is going to be his dad Carl Pusser, and his mother Helen. So their plots are side by side. So let me zoom in here where you can see the headstones, or I guess I should say footstones. This is Buford's, and he lays in between here and the main stone that you see. And then here's his wife Pauline's headstone. Now, some of you may not know this, but Pauline was recently exhumed within the last year. That's why the dirt looks fresh here, even though she was buried originally back in August of 1967 after the ambush. They recently exhumed her body and did an autopsy, because it is still an active case with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, and they were kind of re-looking back into everything. So that's why you see the dirt. It looks kind of fresh there. She was actually recently reinterred a few months ago, as I understand it. And this is Buford's dad's footstone, Carl. And this is his mother, Helen. So this is Carl and Helen's plot, and that's Buford and Pauline's plot right over here. Now, I've heard it said that this headstone is close to the height that Buford was, which he was 6'6", I believe. Weighed about 250 pounds. I don't know if that's totally accurate or true, but they say, I've heard some people say that this headstone is about the height that he was. And there's probably truth to that, because it's taller than me and I'm about 5'10", so yeah, I would definitely say it's pretty close to accurate. But anyway, I wanted to share this gravesite with you of these famous folks. And Sheriff Pusser is a very famous lawman in the state of Tennessee, and he was the subject of the Walking Tall movies. They made 3 of them total originally. They later made another, like a remake, in I think it was 2004, starring Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. But that movie really wasn't even based on Sheriff Pusser. They called the guy Chris Vaughn instead of Buford Pusser. So really the only movies that are about him would be the Walking Tall trilogy, made in 1974 through about 1976. They made 3 of them, the original movie and 3 sequels. So, but anyway, I've wanted to revisit this grave again for many years. The last time I was here was in 1997, so been a minute. I'm glad to finally be back out here to pay my respects to a sheriff I admire and enjoy reading the history of. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and I will catch you on the next video.